The Xantharian docks buzzed with life. Metal crates hovered past on silent drones. Steam hissed from the fuel lines, and aliens of every shape and species moved with quiet purpose under the twin suns of Trellis 3. Captain Ren Kale didn't care for noise. Didn't care for rules either. He was here for one reason only, to refuel his ship and leave. His last run through pirate space had shredded half his hull, and he didn't have time for delays. He stepped off the ramp of his rust-burnt freighter and strode across the main bay. A dozen workers passed by, all wrapped in standard gray jumpsuits and thin protective hoodies. Anonymous, tired, unseen. Among them, a small figure was stacking crates near Dock 17, barely 5 feet tall. Hood up, silent and swift, he glanced at her once. Just another dock worker, probably local, probably nothing. He looked away. Later that day, as he bartered with a fuel merchant over costs and codes, a soft voice interrupted. "You dropped this." Ren turned. The same small figure stood behind him, hood still up, hand outstretched, holding a small metal drive. It was his nav key, the one that unlocked his ship's guidance matrix. He took it quickly, a little embarrassed. "Cheers." She nodded and turned without another word, faded back into the line of gray, like mist swallowed by a crowd. He watched her go. Something about her pace, her stillness, struck him as strange. He shook it off. That evening, the station lights dimmed, security patrols grew thin, and Ren sat alone in his cockpit, reviewing maps. A soft tap came at the ship's side hatch. He rose, blaster holstered, always careful. He opened the hatch just a crack. She stood there again, the small figure, the gray hoodie. "I need to talk to you," she said, voice steady now. "Clear." Ren frowned. "You followed me?" "You're being watched," she replied, "by more than just customs." He paused, eyes narrowing. "What are you talking about?" She stepped inside, pulled the hatch shut, then slowly raised both hands, gripping the sides of her hood, and pulled it back. What he saw made him step back. Her skin was smooth and faintly iridescent, shifting softly between shades of sapphire and pearl. Her eyes were silver with golden rings, her ears not pointed but feathered, soft and delicate. A symbol glowed faintly above her brow, like liquid starlight etched into her skin. He had seen faces like hers before, but only in data vaults, in locked files marked Royal Registry, and only once in real life. From a distance, she was no worker. She was Valericine, the lost heiress of the House of Ithriel. Ren stared. "I thought you were." "Gone," she said quietly. "Dead." "Yes." "So, did they—" He blinked. "Why the disguise?" "Because the Syndicate has agents here, and if they knew who I was, they'd kill me before I reached the core worlds." She stepped closer. Her voice softened. "I need your ship. I can pay. But I need someone who won't sell me out. Someone fast. Someone forgotten." He raised an eyebrow. "And you picked me? You looked right through me," she said. "You didn't stare. Didn't ask questions. Didn't care." He couldn't argue with that. Within the hour they launched, silently, dark through the outer lanes. She stayed mostly quiet, sitting near the back of the cockpit, hood back now, starlight catching in her skin. "Where exactly are we going?" he asked. "A system called Myros 12, she replied. "There's a vault there, with proof of the Syndicate's infiltration. Across the trade houses." He whistled low. "You're not just running. You're planning a rebellion." "I'm planning a return," she said, her gaze distant. "But not for myself. For the people who suffered in my place." 3 days passed in drift space. They talked more. She told him about the night her family was attacked, about escape, about hiding in shadows, learning to survive without her name. He told her about smuggling runs, fights in asteroid belts, losing friends in forgotten systems. They were different, but somehow they understood each other. On the 4th day, an alert flared on the console. "Incoming vessel, unregistered, high-speed approach." Ren swore. "Long-range skimmer. Syndicate build. They found us. Valera didn't flinch. I'll go below. You deal with them. But as the ship rattled from a warning shot, Wren stood and tossed her a blaster. Change of plan. We do this together. The boarding was swift. Metal shrieked. The hatch blew. Wren ducked behind a crate. Fired twice. 2 masked agents dropped. Valera moved like light. Graceful. Precise. Her blast hit with shocking aim. 1 agent charged her. She didn't shoot. She ducked, grabbed his wrist, and lit her symbol. A burst of energy surged. The agent dropped like a stone. Wren stared. You have combat implants? Royal kind, she said. Breathless. Rare. Very effective. 10 minutes later. The ship was quiet again. Bodies dragged. Systems locked down. They sat in the cockpit, breathing hard. You all right? He asked. She nodded slowly, then looked at him. For someone who mistook me for a dock worker, you held your own pretty well. He grinned. For someone who pulled off a hoodie, you're not half bad yourself. She smiled. A real one this time. Warmed by trust. By the time they reached Myros 12, they weren't just pilot and passenger anymore. They were partners. And maybe something more.